where to start or what to say, but I'm having a lot of struggle fixing my fucking life, man, And like before, I would come very, very sad to the camera and uh, show a lot of emotions and all that, but all that pain made me immune to stresses and all that. So I am not that stressed, but I am concerned. So I am scared that each and everything that I was hoping to happen in my life might not happen because of one, my procrastination, two, just each and everything I try just turns into dirt. It just turns into dirt, and it's unbelievable. I'm sure you're thinking, it's unbelievable for this nigga to say shit like this, with this face, like, bruh, like, I'm immune to pain now. Very immune to pain, man. I hardly suffer from anything that has to inflict pain into my life. Like, I just look at it and roll away from it, you know. Or sometimes I can face it, head on, but I won't feel anything, bruh. It doesn't hurt me in any way. Uh, so I am struggling, I won't lie. I am struggling, I won't lie. And I think 2 months back, the struggle, okay, actually, whole of this year I've been struggling. This is my worst year. I've never suffered pain like this in my whole entire life. And actually, 2025, man, is my most painful year to experience, man. Maybe it's because I am endeavoring a lot and I'm moving forward a lot, but it's very painful, man. It's very painful, but I just tell myself, man, that maybe this pain is crucial for my growth. I just try and find a way to sugarcoat each and everything that is happening right now, but I'm struggling, man. Struggling. Sorry about that, but I just got a little bit disturbed. My brother came early from work. Let me open it. But I have been struggling, man. I have been struggling. And the amount of pain, actually, the amount of failures are growing exponentially each and every fucking day. I feel like I've been dedicating myself to a bunch of nothing. I've been thinking I've been accelerating for the whole past year, when actually maybe I wasn't doing nothing. There are certain things that your brain just tells you, uh, that go hand in hand with your emotions, you understand, or your current situation, and it just kind of confirms to what you've been thinking, confirms to what your mind is telling you. For an example, you may tell yourself that you are useless, you are a failure, because that is something I have been experiencing, like, currently, man. Those kind of emotions fluctuating inside me. Uh, that is what my brain has been telling me, and it's taking each and everything. It's looking for everything possible to confirm to those thoughts, which is my brain working against me to break me more. You understand? So I have been struggling, man. I feel like I've been doing a bunch of nothing, seriously. And I try to act tough. I try uh to be strong. You understand? I try to be strong. And another thing, man, I feel like no one can advise me. Understand? No one has the right responses to my questions, in the people that I sit with. You understand? Because they cannot relate, or they are not in my situation, so they cannot relate to each and every emotion I feel, every ball of emotion that fluctuates within me, inside me, man. They just cannot, bruh. So in most cases, I am their shield, but no one shields me when I need a shield. Not to say they are not there. They're all there. They try to be there. Uh, the people that I love. Let me put it like that. The people that I love, my friends and family, and all that. But they do not have the right answers to my questions. Excuse me. Excuse me. They do not have the right answers to my questions, and I suffer alone. I cry alone. Like I've cried more than any man. I've cried like a child, like your child, man. I cried more than a child, bruh, this year. More than a crowd, more. Let me put it like that. I'm just taking it to the extremities, man. I'm just, yeah, taking it to the extremities. I'm trying to paint a picture of how extreme it was, how painful it was to have been me this year, man. So it's it has been quite a journey, man. I even thought of like 3 months back, man. I called a family meeting. As I told you, I dropped out of school and all that. uh I dropped out of school, and then I called my family. Just 3 months back. 3 months back, I called my family and made a small meeting, man. We conducted a small meeting, man, and I told them I was thinking of going back to school, and that decision didn't come from uh it didn't come from it didn't come out of willingfulness. It didn't come out of willingfulness. They have been suggesting each and every time, go back to school, go back to school. And if they say, if you hear something long enough, you end up considering it. You understand? So go back, go back, go back, go back, go back. And to that extent, I even just to be seen as someone who's strong, I even went to my friends and told them that my family is forcing me, when actually it was my failures. It's how I failed that pushed me into making that decision of conducting a meeting with my family and telling them that I want to go back to school. You understand? So, but I'm still stubborn, man. I'm still stubborn. I ain't going back there, bro. I ain't going back there, bro. This is I'm not gonna say this is my life, but uh I believe even after all the pain that I'm gonna become the person I wanna be. You know, I'm gonna become the title of my YouTube channel. I'm gonna uh make it in life. Right now everything may seem vague, but I am gonna become the person I wanna be. Regardless of how many failures I have. you know, if my current approach fails, I'm gonna try another one. You understand? But I just want to stay long enough in this one, test it out, be disciplined in it, and be consistent in it. Be consistent with it, and try by all means to push against my odds, bro, because the odds are against me, bro. Everyone is against me, bro. The environment is against what I'm doing. I think I'm the only child, bro, who does something like that. I think a lot of my peers, a lot of my peers have went back to school. Okay, not actually my peers. They're older than me. People who failed their grade tens and all that, and then they just quitted school afterwards. They just went back. I know two guys. They are One is 23, one is 24, if I'm not mistaken, or 22. I cannot recall, but I know one is 23. They just went back to school. They just went back to school, and a lot of people are coming because it was my failure in school was publicized, and like it went viral. In my environment, it went viral, man. A lot of people knew, oh, Gwenzo Wuhle failed, Gwenzo failed, and all that. Uh, so they be coming to my parents and suggesting things like that, suggesting I go back to school, uh, suggesting I quit all the bullshitting I'm doing and just go back to school. Nothing would happen to me. I'd be Just let me. I should just go back to school like all other kids, man. Who failed, bruh. But I understand that my environment. I am opposing each and everything they say, just because I have an understanding. That uh, the very same thing that makes them doubt my decisions is the very same thing that's keeping them from endeavoring or succeeding in their dream. That is my understanding, bro. That is my understanding, man. English is slipping away, but that is my understanding. That very same thing, bro. You know, they are just projecting my fears for them to see me and doing something big as what I do, or doing something that is not aligned to the societal script. It becomes like they always try to make sure that they frame me as the societal weirdo, you know, that kind of individual who's weird, people shouldn't associate with him, because there are even parents of my friends who, uh, who do not actually want me to be around their kids, you know. They do not want me to be around their kids, as if I am gonna influence their kids to quit school. Me quitting school wasn't a decision of a sober mind. Let me put it like that, Let me put it like that, man. I'm not trying to play victim, Part of what I accumulated, the information I accumulated, uh, watching Andrew Tate and watching Luke Berman and all that also influenced the acceleration of my decision. Uh, I was depressed for a few months, man. The months I had to go and rewrite my exams, those same months, I was depressed, man. Depressed. And then on top of that, when I discovered self-improvement and started learning, I I cured my depression. Let me put it like that. Let me put it like that. I found a way around my depression. I found a way to love my depression and liberate me from those thoughts of me wanting to kill myself and all that you have. So afterwards, man, I didn't look back. I said, okay, shit, it's already late, man. Let me just go forward. No more going back, bruh. I took that decision and I went in hard, man. But it's hard. I won't lie to you, man. I won't lie and say it's easy. It's easy. It's not easy. It's very, very hard. Especially it becomes way, way harder if you meet your school peers, your schoolmates, classmates, and all that. Seeing them living, I wouldn't say the best life, because maybe some of them are faking their lives or whatsoever, but seeing them in that state, it makes my mind think a lot, man. It just a lot of things happen inside my head, and I look down on myself and all that, like it's a lot of shit happening, man. It's a lot of shit. Everybody in my space or in my surrounding, the people I surround myself with, are sharing their results of how they are progressing forward, when I am not. I'm just at the same place as I was, same spot as I was last year. Okay, there is a huge difference, but financially, bruh, still the same. I'm trying, man. Uh, I'm just, I'm now just exposed to the real reality of everything, bruh. When you grow up, bruh, you have these ideas, beautiful ideas of, I want to be a businessman, I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to be successful, I want to be this successful forex trader, but when you start immersing yourself in that shit, and just going into the research and the work of it, you get a sense of being brought back to reality. You get the hardship of each and every shit. That is where I'm at. It's what Alex Hormozy calls, I think it's the 5 phases of entrepreneurship or business, or any endeavor, which is uninformed optimism, and then informed pessimism, and then value of despair, and then uh what is this shit, informed optimism, and then success, the 5 cycles of success, and I think I'm at the valley of despair where I could quit if I wanted to. I think I'm gonna be a little bit disturbed. I'm gonna continue later.